Hey, what's up guys? Sam here. Welcome back to another video. So the Tesla Model 3, it's their biggest selling car. It's changed the EV market in more ways than we can count, and it is certainly the car of the future. But moving into 2020, things are about to get a bit crazier. Potentially support for a 100 kilowatt hour battery, extending the car's range to 400 miles, new wheel options that were initially shown off in 2017, and most controversially, air suspension and so much more. I want to give you an update on everything we're hearing for the Tesla Model 3 in 2020, and perhaps if you're looking to buy one right now, you may want to wait just a little bit longer. So drop a like if you are excited for the video. It does seriously help me out. It might even cure the cold that I have right now as well. And hit subscribe so you stay up to date on all the latest Tesla news. Let's go ahead and get started. Obviously, making videos like this, if you're already a Tesla Model 3 owner like myself, it makes it hard to be like, oh, yeah, this is so exciting because you know your car's about to be a little bit more outdated. But genuinely, the upgrades that we're hearing are incredible. Some of this confirmed leaked by Tesla themselves, other things leaked through software that may or may not ever happen. And I want to start off with what is happening for sure. First up is air suspension. Now, how do we know that this is actually coming? This was not leaked through software, but rather a electric reader tipped them off and said that on Tesla's order inventory page, it actually popped up there. So it seems like this is going to be pretty much imminent. The reason this is controversial is that while it's fantastic when it works, go a little bit lower to become more aerodynamic, become more efficient on the highway, raise up a little bit on normal streets or something like a little bit more off-road terrain. Owners on the S and X that have had this feature say that it's really not a matter of if this will ever fail, like it's possibly going to happen. It's a matter of when it will fail. And if you know anything about suspension for vehicles, that is very pricey, especially when there is a dynamic component there, the air part, allowing you to lower or raise the vehicle at your own will. I actually had a loaner Model S where I experienced this for the first time, and it was really cool. I love the feature, but again, if I learned that 6 years from now, I got to pay $3,000 or $4,000 out of pocket to pay for it again, I would probably just say no. But air suspension isn't just about unreliability or even aerodynamics. It's about the comfort level. That's the main function, so that whenever you're riding in the car and you hit a bump, you're not going to feel it nearly as much. In the Model 3, with the suspension it has right now, you feel everything, and I've had multiple people in the car mention, is this normal? Is it supposed to be this bumpy even when the tires are inflated to the recommended air pressure? I would personally love a smoother ride on the Model 3, but again, the unreliability of air suspension in general does scare me a bit. So let me know your thoughts on this down below. Would you be cool with air suspension? It appears it is, again, for sure, coming to at least one model of the Model 3, but we don't know which one, and we also don't know if it's going to be standard. I doubt that, or likely an add-on for people that are interested in getting it on their car. So Tesla themselves has confirmed that one. It probably just wasn't supposed to be known by the public just yet, but this next set of leaks comes from the software. Now, there's a lot that's been in Tesla software before that has just never panned out. I think a number of things for the Model S that just never happened. So take these with a grain of salt, but as the Model 3 is Tesla's biggest selling car by a very large margin, I think they're going to be focusing a lot of R&D on it, and that's what this sort of indicates. I've always been a bit confused why there are only like 2 or 3 total configurations for Model 3 wheels. On stage of the Model 3 unveil in 2017 were these ones right here, but more than 3 years later, there's still been no indication that they are going to become available. That is until this new leak code suggests that they could become available as a variant of the 20-inch wheel for the Model 3. Again, it could be these, it could be something else, or it could be nothing at all. Following that, other software indicates that a Ludicrous mode for the performance Model 3 will finally be on the way. Now, back in the day, this is something that Tesla CEO Elon Musk has actually confirmed. He said that this would be happening. But as the car has been in nearly full production for about 1.5 to 2 years now, and we still don't have that option, it begs the question, will it be coming at all? Especially when that's such an incentive for people with a bit of extra cash to upgrade to the Model S or X. Obviously, Tesla still sells a performance version of the Model 3, and they will likely continue to do so, but maybe just as the acceleration boost option came out for the mid-range Model 3, potentially Ludicrous is a software update, unlocking the motors in the performance version even more, will be happening. Maybe getting that as 0 to 60 under 3 seconds, but we'll have to wait and see. But again, it hasn't happened yet, so why would Tesla just suddenly reverse course and make it happen? We don't know, but definitely exciting prospect if you do have a performance Model 3. That software update could be nuts. Following that, in most cars you buy today, you have the TPMS, which is the tire pressure monitoring system, and Tesla Model 3s and S's and X's are equipped with that as well. While Tesla isn't planning to radically change the TPMS system, there may be added Bluetooth functionality pretty soon. This sounded pretty crazy crazy at first to me, but then if you look at this, there's actually an FCC application to do this from Tesla. So this is actually pretty realistic. Right now, it's sort of unclear what benefit for customers there would be. Maybe this would be a little bit cheaper for Tesla because the BLE standard actually means Bluetooth Low Energy, so perhaps that would tie into the mobile app, being able to read your tire pressures there. For right now, though, that is still purely speculative, so probably the least exciting of everything here, but I still wanted to make mention of it. So that stuff is pretty neat, but what has me most excited here is this leak right here, a reference to a 100 kilowatt hour battery for the Model 3. Right now, the biggest Model 3 battery comes in at 75 kilowatt hours, giving you an estimated at most 322 miles of range with the 18-inch wheels. However, this leak suggests that a 100 kilowatt hour battery could extend that range significantly, potentially making it the first Tesla ever that's in production to have a range of greater than 400 miles. Just a few years ago, this was a dream. And again, because this is software based, it still could very much be in that dream category. But Tesla themselves has already said that in the very near future, due to some great advancements in efficiency and battery performance, that a 400 plus mile vehicle is on the way. As somebody who lives in an apartment right now and has to exclusively rely on public chargers, I really wish I had that extra bit of range that could extend it by a day or two for the city driving I do. The 310 miles, which is actually now like 267 after some battery degradation and it being cold where I live, it's okay, it gets the job done, but especially on road trips, I really wish I had just a little bit more, and a 100 kilowatt hour option is absolutely something I'd be willing to put 5, 6, 7,000 more on the line for. I really think this should happen, although there are a lot of people that would suggest, you only need about 300 miles on an EV. I think people are going to be a lot more comfortable when they see that 4, 5, maybe even 600 mile range going forward into the future. I can't wait to see what Tesla does to the Model 3 in the future. I've loved mine since I've had it for about a year now, and I can't wait to see what happens. It is the best car out there on the road right now, and anybody who says contrary, I'm sorry, but you're just wrong. So that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like down below, hit subscribe for more so of course you stay up to date on all of this latest Tesla news, and I'll catch all of you in my next video. Peace out.